Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Socially Joe. I am Joe Riggio, your host on Socially Joe. Welcome to episode 17, where I'll have Lisa Johnson from Jazzy Dogs Publishing on the line with me, and we're actually going to talk about marketing tips that best prepare you for your business after COVID-19. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Lisa right now. So welcome, Lisa, to Socially Joe, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, Joe. It's been a long time.
I know.
I know. Anyway, to tell you a little bit about myself, my husband and I moved down here to Florida about 17 years ago. And 5 years ago, we started a company. We've been in marketing for a lot of years, advertising and marketing for over 25 years combined. And so we started a company because we were very blessed to have introduced to us placemat advertising. So, and those are placemats that go into restaurants that actually partner restaurants with small businesses to put ads on placemats in their restaurants. And so anyway, to make a long story short, we started a company called Jazzy Dogs Publishing. Yes, jazz because we're from Kansas City, and dogs because we have lots of them. And so, and we were drinking wine one night, and the jazz dogs all came up. So that's where Jazzy Dogs came from. We love working with the local businesses and partnering with them to get their name out there, and especially at this time for during COVID-19, and then as we will talk about soon about COVID-19 afterwards.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the brief intro. And as always, I love talking to you and your husband. You give great marketing and branding ideas, and we always work together and ping ideas off each other. But let's get into the questions now. So these are some best tips marketing for business after COVID-19. So why should any of us be evaluating our marketing assets right now, Lisa?
Well, because as we've had problems in the past with the downturn of the economy, and we at one point had all these hurricanes go through back when Charlie hit, we will go through, and we have been stopped doing business, and will be the first time in a long time that we have not been able to even open our doors. So the local people, the residents here, want to know who's open and who's not. And especially for those that actually are doing business with you, you want to be able to show that you care enough about them by giving them a phone call or sending them updates on emails or anything like that. You need to stay in front of people, why it's essential.
Nice. That's awesome. So is it important to have a strategic marketing plan in place during this whole, COVID-19, or even before then?
Well, before that, as we're sitting here and we have time on our hands, we should be as business owners looking over all of our advertising and our marketing. We should have an idea of what we want to do, because it's not that we're going to be able to just open up as normal. There are new normals, and there are new things that are going to, and things are going to have to change. And being right here with, letting people know that you are open, you've got to be creative. For example, with our business group this morning, we have a couple of people that are doing discounts with and giving free things away combined with selling products. You have to be creative in that part. Marketing, you have to kind of know where your demographics are, your age groups, what people are looking for, and you have to be able to be willing to call your customers and saying, okay, what's your new normal? Because there are new normals. So.
Nice. Yep. Now, I know you mentioned at one point people are offering discounts as well as other things. So give us a little bit of elaboration, like what's like a good combo to strategic yourself in marketing to put these kind of combo deals in place?
Well, you need to look at both your digital marketing, and I would consider combining that with your websites. You need to look at print advertising. You need to not put your eggs all in one basket. You need to look at all facets of what's out there, because there are some inexpensive ways or free ways that you can get your name out there by doing that. Being able to empathize with people, knowing that there's a lot of us that have not had paychecks since February and March, that need to restructure our own lives. So you have to kind of look at things like that. Look at your marketing logos, look at your online Facebooks, your social medias, and look at your websites. Because by tweaking all those and becoming more simplistic with some of that will help you move forward.
Okay. So how does one enhance their digital marketing footprint?
Going back to your, let's say your website. Mm-hmm. I've been being educated lately. I've been taking a course online with a gal that is teaching me a lot about my website and the other two websites that I'm designing for organizations. Mobile website is the place that you need to focus on, and it needs to be simple and precise, understandable, get to the point, follow the KISS aspect, keep it simple. You really need to keep your website simple. Look at your mobile website, keep that simple, be to the point of what you need. Your digital, any social media, join Facebook groups. Don't just do, because Facebook has changed their guidelines. Don't just plaster things and pay for that on regular Facebook because it's not getting out there. You need to join groups. Do pay for Facebook advertising. You can do it in small amounts to where it is affordable for your business. Organic growth.
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's what I was just going to interject there with organic growth. I think that's a great way for a lot of companies to actually get their name out there and whatnot without putting a dime. The whole Facebook boosting, they do generate certain numbers telling you this is how much you're going to reach, but I've done it a few times and the numbers are not where they should be. So just be aware of that. You can still do it. But you are correct with Facebook changing their algorithms, and groups is like the biggest thing now, because we saw was it a couple months ago before COVID happened, where they were trying to get people to start joining groups instead of doing business pages, because they want people to be part of groups more than have them come to your business page. And even to the point that I can say on my business page, I still get traction on it, don't get me wrong, but I'm seeing the algorithms change it a little bit where, let's just say you're in one of the word of mouth that we're going to say, and you try to tag someone's business in there, and you try to say that, it won't allow you to tag their business page, but allow you to tag the person. So it's weird how it does that now. But other than that, how often should we be reviewing our websites? Because I know you said they have to be mobile friendly. So I know what the mobile friendly means in a sense, but I know our listeners really don't. So give us a little bit more in depth about the mobile and how we should be reviewing our website.
Well, okay. Our websites need to be looked at, if not daily, at least weekly. You need to tweak things, add a blog to it, add photos to it, add a video to it. Your mobile website needs to be looked at and tweaked, even if it's a word, tweaked every day or once a week, because if you don't show that there's any activity on your website, you will be not on Google. And Google is becoming more and more difficult to be seen with the keywords. Keywords are not as important anymore as much as it is having this mobile website and having tweaks done constantly. Videos, new logos, videos. Joe and I've been partnering with Joe with our businesses doing video business cards, 30-second video cards. We have to look at things like that because it's very simple, easy to put on your website, easy to put on your phone, easy to put on Facebook. And it tells your story in 30 seconds. And things like that is what's going to get you seen on all the search engines. It's what's going to get you seen in these different areas. So you have to constantly look at it. This is the time, and I'm pushing Joe again, this is the time to look at your logo. How old is your logo? Does it tell a story just looking at your logo? Does it give you energy? Does it go in the direction that you want to go when you look at it? If you look at your own logo and don't see something with your own logo, then you need to change it. Absolutely change it. Because if you don't see it yourself, nobody else will see it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, and 100%. And to tell you the truth, with the content being put on the websites, that's always a good thing. They tell you to at least blog 2 times a week. They ask you to, and even if you're not blogging, they call vlogs, video blogs, where you can vlog or you can put video content. They put if you have a website, like a what's it called, like a storefront website, like put like new products that are going up on that you're selling type of scenario. These are all type of things that kind of go on there, and it kind of helps you work it through. But you have to be available to actually look at your old structures that you were mentioning, like your branding and marketing as well. But keywords are still there. They're not relevant as much because, just like you mentioned,
they're not
Google
as relevant.
Google
but
loves
changing
the content.
Change of content, new content. Google loves that. A new photo on your website once a week. Google loves that. A video once a week. You know what? How many times have you, Joe and I drive down the roads a lot. How many, I can't tell you how many signs that I've seen go up, new signs of businesses where they've changed the color. They changed their logo. They've changed something to catch your attention. And we've got to get creative now. COVID-19 has really affected everybody emotionally and mentally, not just physically. And there's a lot of people that haven't contracted this, but emotionally and physically emotionally and mentally we have. So we have to wake up our brains. We have to wake up the brains of everybody to be able to reintroduce ourselves to society.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's not a short term. If we stay short term in our minds and we stay idle in our minds, our business won't flourish. Just won't.
Agreed.
Because we're stagnant. And there's your competitor will take advantage of that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I've seen it. And I hate to say, even before COVID, before we went into phase 1 and phase 2 of Florida reopening type of scenario, I'm sure you've seen it too, Lisa. Driving down the road in certain parts